because, of course, if you live in the Lee Road, the Kennedy area, the name Coach Bolden stands out. He's a legend. You know who that man is. You know what he stood for, what he meant to the community. Definitely for young guys like myself. To him, to you, that was dad, that was pops. But when you hear other people speak highly of your father, because on this episode, on this show, we always talk about having an example, a standard set at home. And you could, if you know Azel Bolden, you pretty much know who his father was because the standard was there. So when you hear other people talk highly of your dad, what does that, how do you feel like, and explain to some of the things that also that he installed in you. He showed you, he led the way in some of the standards that was set.
When people speaks about the work that he's done and things that he's done, is actually exciting, and it's a boost of energy to hear about that, because I believe that our parents only go but so far, and we have to pick up the torch and carry on. And so, with that being said, when I hear about what he did, it gives me the energy and the boost to push a little bit further than what I hear about and what people tell me. But having that example in the household, and one thing that I want to understand or explain is you don't always understand, the example that you have. And that's one of the biggest things that I guess a lot of times we miss it because of what we want and being selfish. We don't get to see, exactly the return on the investment that they have, and the idea being a collective mindset, meaning um, how he was pouring out, into the neighborhood, into the streets, and to everybody else. Sometimes as a child, you're like, when is my time? But the whole time, it's being an example and being a role model is what was the biggest thing that was important. And as I grew up, I understood more, why it was important, more so to show me and start moving and doing so much more so than talking and mentoring. And so a lot of times I think it's better to have, models versus mentors, because I don't want to get stuck talking to you and I don't end up doing what I'm supposed to do to show you. So, having that motto was very important, because even though, I thought maybe sometimes it should have been this way or that way, he understood, what it would take to groom me into who I needed to be, in order for me to become who I did today.